Maka Halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Maka Kodash Shalom to Yakyam and the Akwat that's out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And also Shalom to the apostles and the elders, great millstone who continue to rule and guide us through the Spirit and have the truth since day one. Another lesson here. You see the heading, TNT is getting ready for e-money. How will you be impacted? Right? And seeing that Trinidad is getting ready to get the e-identity as well. So when they combine both of them, the identity and the money, you have to have one format because people are not going to be carrying 2 and 3 and different types. So that is how the chip is actually going to be coming in. Right? So reading down the article, right? The EMI allows persons other than banks, right? And then they have a list of different things like places go and pay bills, banks, unions, mobile networks, technology service providers, other financial like credit unions, etc. Come down here. What is e-money? E-money or electric money is the monetary value represented by a claim on an issuer, which is 1. Stored on an electric device. See that? So initially this started way back when with debit card and credit cards, but since we're moving on, with advancing technology, the next stage have to be the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Alright. Going on to 2. Issued on receipt of funds and of an amount not less in value than the monetary value issued. And 3. Accepted as a means of payment by persons other than the issuer. So the system is actually going to be a total system when the chip comes in. So it is not only to be used as identification and other private and personal stuff, but of course the main thing in this case is money, right? And money, the saying is the system that they're going to be used to barter. I remember earlier on doing some video and saying just now that money, that paper money that people running around now, it's not going to be worth anything. Right? This is Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, that he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? So if you don't have the chip, which will be the only way for you to have your money on you, how are you going to trade? How are you going to buy? How are you going to sell? You do work for someone, they're just gonna, I don't know what the system is, but they're gonna swipe something by your chip and pay you funds and vice versa. Right? Continue here. In other words, e-money is cash stored in an electric form. E-money can be card-based in the form of prepaid cards or smart cards, also known as a wallet. Alternatively, e-money can be network or software-based using mobile or internet networks, as in referred to as digital cash. The dollar value of the e-money is held in consumer and EMI's accounts on servers that are accessible through the internet or a telecommunication system, which brings in why the 5G was rolled out and why it's rolled out now. Because to have this system, you have to have a good network system. And network system is not only in certain areas, but it have to be worldwide. So you see how everything is tied in here now, right? Requirements for e-money issuer applicants. Requirements to be satisfied by e-money issue applicants include the following: application for registration as an e-money issuer and payment of requisite fees, application for registration as a payment service provider, and payment of any applicable fees. After grant of approval of registration or provisional registration as an e-money issuer, registration with the Financial Intelligence Unit, right? So basically, you have something like a financial institution, you have to be registered, right? And of course, with the registered, and let's suppose then, just using a bank for example, you're going to have users, customers, you're going to have all the information and databases, not only of the simple thing of email and phone, but actually way more, because it's digital. You can access more information and more data from them, right? There's something else I saw. Right, so this is, it's gonna start off like this, right? And must conduct following activities in Trinidad and Tobago dollars only. Now this is just the start, because this is like testing phase per se until it goes worldwide and international. Issuance of e-money, cash out, provisional payment services, and money transfer remittances. Further, e-money accounts can be issued against cash, debit cards, credit cards, or direct debits through an automated clearinghouse. It is also noted that EMIs are restricted to buying, selling, or dealing in foreign currency. This seems to suggest that payments from overseas cannot be made to local e-money accounts, thereby promoting a closed-loop e-money system. Right? So all this is going to be the testing phase to make sure everything goes according to that. But it also the phase for everybody to go digital in terms of their identity, so that you have to be recognized. You as John Doe, where you live in, and then from there you know what vehicle is driving, your birth certificate, your if you have vaccine or you don't have vaccine, when you take it, what vaccine you have, what sickness you have, hospital bags, all your information is gonna be out there now. Right? In light of foregoing an introduction, EMI order should reduce the barriers to entry in the space. Neither do persons need to be licensed banks and financial institutions, nor do they need partner with licensed banks and financial institutions, because eventually, when the elite takes over everything, when everything is put in place and is streamlined, they're gonna actually have total control of everything, which is how the new world order is gonna have that control that they want, not only through depopulation with the vaccine, but control of the citizen through their mind and also through their money, right? Through the chip. I think there was something else. Right. Consumers can purchase goods and services easily using e-money over the internet with smart cards, their smartphones. Consumers will be able to use e-money anytime, day or night, and anywhere, provided merchants adopt use money. Consumers would pay merchants quickly as opposed to payment by check or bank draft. To use e-money eliminates the risk association with people carrying cash. In addition, transaction fees associated with e-money should be considerably low than credit card fees or traditional remittance fees. Notwithstanding encryption measures or e-money, there are ever-present risks from hackers, as in the case with any virtual transaction. Right? So they're gonna tell you this is the way to go, because they won't be able to hack you, and they're gonna sell this and decorate this chip with iced in for it to look nice, for you to actually take this thing. But if you are dumb and you know the word, you know this chip is a direct link to destruction. Right? So this is actually the mark of the beast. So not to keep it long, I just want to end it right there. That Trinidad and Tobago is making another step forward into e-identity, and now you see the article with e-money. So with that, I want to say shalom until the next time.